What's going on, guys? So we are out here at Ron Hoover RV and Marine in Rockport, Texas, and we're going to take a look at a different type of travel trailer I don't often show too much of on my channel, and that's going to be a travel trailer toy hauler. We're going to look at this Rogue, so hang tight, we'll be right back. Alright guys, so let's take a look at the numbers on this, which it should have a pretty hefty cargo capacity. So this has a gross vehicle weight rating of 11,241 pounds. Mainly because it has a cargo capacity of 4,288 pounds, this is a toy hauler. It rides on dual 5,100 pound axles, so you're looking at 10,200 pounds worth of axle capacity. And with a gross vehicle weight rating of 11,241, that's actually pretty accurate, considering you're going to have about 15% of that resting on the back of your truck. One thing you want to be very careful of with a travel trailer toy hauler is that you don't load it up so it's so heavy in the back that you remove a lot of your tongue weight, because that can lead to a very dangerous sway situation where you could lose control. So it's very important when you load up a toy hauler, especially a travel trailer toy hauler, where all that weight is going to be positioned either on the back tongue or somewhere above the tires or the back of the travel trailer, that you load it properly and you put the majority of the weight either on the axles or slightly forward of the axles, because you want to make sure you have the right amount of tongue weight. This is definitely the type of trailer you want to haul with at least a 3/4 ton truck, mainly because you want that extra weight, especially if you have toys in the back. Anyways, let's walk around this and see some of the things that make it unique. First of all, they use this really interesting siding material on the slide. You typically don't see that. I think it's more for looks, but it is a metal material as opposed to your traditional fiberglass. Okay, on the side here is actually a generator box. So this is where you can install a generator to power up the coach if you need to. So that's really nice. And it's vented right here in the center to not build up a lot of fumes. This is the back of your refrigerator. Cable satellite hookup. Here are all your connections, including your outdoor shower. This is a wide body design, so this is going to be 101 inches wide versus 96. And the frame, though, you can see has the tires in slightly, and that's mainly because the body of it might be a wide frame body, but the main chassis of it is still your traditional travel trailer chassis. Going around, there is no suspension equalizer, something I would have liked to see. It has manual scissor style jacks to stabilize it. Here's your garage door on the back. So this has your traditional cargo trailer style garage door. You can lock it on both sides, hinged on the bottom. It is spring assisted on the bottom instead of using the cables that come down. All LED lighting. There's your spare tire and how you drop it right there. It is wired for a Furrion wireless backup camera, and it has a nice off-road LED style light at the very top there to give you lighting whenever you're loading or unloading your toys. This does have a fuel tank on board, so you can fill up whatever toys you might bring with you. Just be sure to read the instructions and understand what you're doing before you carry fuel, because it's always important that you're safe about transporting fuel. It has a leash little holder here, so you can actually put your dog leash on it, which is also nice. Coming around, you have your outdoor speakers, you have a place to mount your TV, power jacks. It's a pretty cool setup, and this is really cool. So check this out. This is this huge storage area up front. I really don't know what you'd put in here, but you could put just about anything, because they made it this enormous storage compartment. It goes in about 3 feet. It's about 2 feet at the bottom, 3 feet in the center, and it goes up to pretty much the entire roof or ceiling line. So definitely a lot of storage in here. That's really cool. Rooftop solar mount ready, so it's compatible with all solar systems. This has the MORryde step above system on it as well. Going inside, this is the 21V. It's got a lot of stickers on the side. Underbody armor, that's pretty cool. So that is something that you're starting to see on a lot of Forest River products, where it's these thick plastic panels that cover up the bottom, and if you need to do any repairs or anything, you simply remove the panel you need to work on it. Stepping inside of this Vengeance, you will see this is very much a toy hauler. So in the back, you have these two seats that kind of fold up against the wall, and they can fold flat to turn into a bed. You have this bed that sits above it that's on a track system that can be lowered so you can sleep even more people. You have these two really cool, they look like zero gravity style chairs. Nice design on them as well that you can move around. And then you have your kitchen area right here, full basin sink, cooktop, plus more cabinets. You got a lot of ceiling height in here as well, which is pretty common with toy haulers. Nice design on the glass. Little coffee station right here, or at least a place to put your TV. In here is going to be your bed. So the bed is one of these interesting style mattresses that folds so the slide can go in. So when the slide's in, you'd fold that up, and this is your bed. It is elevated very high off the floor, though. You're looking 3 feet to get into the bed. Then you have an area here for your TV, some wardrobe space over there. Not a lot of wardrobe space in here, though. You have some down here. But this is pretty much going to be for those folks who haul toys out somewhere for the day and they want to take their four-wheelers out, take a shower when they're done, and maybe sleep before they take off the next day. This is definitely not what I would consider to be the type of unit you would take out for a long period of time, for several days, if you're going out. Now, this does have the back patio, so once you lower the ramp, you can turn this into a nice back patio area that you can sit out on, which is very nice. Overall, though, this is a pretty cool little toy hauler. I mean, this is something I could see a lot of people using. But again, remember this. The axles on this specific toy hauler travel trailer are going to be positioned right about here. So you have all this space back here. When you start loading your equipment in here, if you position it back here, you are unloading weight off of your tow vehicle. You're literally removing tongue weight from your tow vehicle, and it could be a significant amount of tongue weight. So as it sits empty, you're probably going to have about 600 to 700 pounds worth of tongue weight on the tow vehicle. When you load this up, if you pull your vehicles farther up, you can see all the floor mounts to do it, and you pull it up to here, you're going to be adding tongue weight because you're ahead of the axles. If you feel that, well, you want this space right here, and you're just going to load what you can back here and tie it down. Let's say you have motorcycles, and your motorcycles weigh 1,000 pounds apiece, and you set them back here. Everything you set back here is going to subtract weight from the tow vehicle itself. And you could likely be removing hundreds of pounds worth of weight from the back of your truck. And that can lead to a very, very dangerous towing situation. It can induce sway without even doing anything with wind. I mean, you can find yourself fighting to keep control of your vehicle simply because of how you loaded this toy hauler. That is very important to remember. If you're going to be loading a couple Harleys, if you're going to be loading a quad, if you're going to be loading a small 4x4, whatever, if you're going to be loading something in here that's heavy, move it to the front. Move it to the area up here and tie it down. Because what you want to try to do is get closer to about 1,500 pounds worth of tongue weight on the back of your truck. That would be the goal. With the gross vehicle weight rating of this trailer being in the 13,000 pound range, you're going to want to make sure you load as much of that weight towards the middle front part of the axles and not back there. And I'm emphasizing this because a lot of people that would get a unit like this may not think about that. They'll load their bikes up, they'll load everything back here, they'll figure maybe we need to stop at a gas station, take a break, we'll sit inside of the coach and just, wait it out. And they figure that they can load everything back here, not realizing how detrimental that can be and how unsafe that can be while you're traveling. And you do not want to deal with that while you're on the road. If you ever encounter a heavy sway situation, it's going to be hard to fight, even if you use all the right techniques. The best technique is to apply your trailer brakes from inside of your tow vehicle and try to get it back in line. But if you're overloading from the back of your toy hauler, it's just going to start happening again. So keep that in mind, very important. That's why I'm focusing on it so much. That's one of the reasons why I don't do a lot of reviews of this style of travel trailer, is simply because a lot of people tend to load them incorrectly. They don't want to take up this space. They don't want to have all that dead space back there, so they load everything in the back and they think they're okay. And then they find themselves in a very, very dangerous situation. Anyways, guys, sorry to overemphasize that, but I think when you're talking about safety and you're talking about going down the road with your family and other people's families that are on the road, you can never emphasize it enough. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't had a chance, please take a moment, subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up. We'll talk to you again very soon.